Hey YouTube, this is Ixalan with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be an OU match against Not Your Best Idea from the TPX chat. Pretty sure he doesn't have a YouTube, or at least I couldn't find it. He's going to lead off with his Politoed while I lead off with Deoxys Defense. And this is my first time fighting a Politoed, so I didn't know what it packed, and I didn't think it carried anything that I needed to taunt, so I just went straight for my Toxic, which is definitely a misplay because he does the same thing, and now I'm poisoned. I do carry Recover, though, so I'll probably outlast him. At this point, since I'm poisoned, it doesn't matter what he does. I don't bother taunting. I just go for the Agility, knowing that when he switches, I'll be able to outspeed whatever he switches into. He goes for the Perish Song, which is a stupid, terrible move that no one should ever carry. And then he switches out. And I know he's going to switch at this point because he's done everything useful, so I just go for the Taunt on whatever he switches into. He switches into rotom-w, which is good for me because I'm definitely faster than it, and I'm still pretty good on health, so I just go ahead and go for the Toxic, knowing that I'm faster, and I'll get it off before it manages to Volt Switch out, which is what it does, just like I predict. And he goes into his Gliscor, which poisoning will do nothing to because it probably has Poison Heal. I have to switch out at this point, and I just decided that I'm going to go into my Ferrothorn, since I know that it can wall this Gliscor all day, and Gliscors don't really carry fire moves. He goes for the Toxic, and it has no effect on me because I'm amazing. So I just go for the Stealth Rock to get them set up, and he goes for the Protect, I guess, fearing the Power Whip, and switches out into his Dragonite, which gets raped by Stealth Rocks. He goes for the Brick Break, which, after Gyro Ball, Rocking Helmet, Iron Barbs, just pretty much wrecks his day. He's Life Orb, that takes him down to almost nothing. And I had just gone for the Toxic because I wanted to make sure it finished him off. It takes off the last, little bit of his health. He's down to nothing. And he's probably going to try to get another Brick Break off on me, so I go for the Protect, but he's a giant asshole and just roofs up most of his health, which sucks for me. He goes for the Hurricane, which Ferrothorn is apparently a monster and survives with 15 HP. And I just went for the Gyro Ball to put more damage on and make sure Toxic took him down just that much faster. He managed to avoid the Iron Barbs and everything. But the Toxic finally takes Dragonite down, and he goes back into his Rotom. At this point, I'm dead, so I just Protect, knowing that it'll keep him from Volt Switching out, which is what he wants to do, and let Poison take its toll. So I do this, and luck loves me, so I just get the Protect off 3 times, and pretty much wreck Rotom's day. It finally fails, he gets the Volt Switch off, kills Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn did his job, so I don't really care. He goes down to Jirachi, which I get to see first, so I go into Chandelure, and he's going to run away and switch into something, so I'm just going to use Calm Mind. He goes down to his Politoed, which I guess he thinks he's going to scare me away because it's a water type, but I pack Energy Ball, so I just kind of rape his day with that. And Energy Ball is going to kill his Politoed, which means he's probably going back into rotom-w. I had the random thought that Chandelure was not incredibly super slow, so I stayed in to go for the Energy Ball again, but I'm apparently retarded, and he gets the Hydro Pump off, and that's a dead Chandelure. It's pretty obvious that this Rotom is Scarfed, so I just go into Deoxys for Death Fodder. I do go for the Recover on the odd chance that Hydro Pump misses, but most likely it's a dead Deoxys. I'm just trying to wear down his poison at this point. Now I'm going to go into Gyarados, I get the Intimidate, which doesn't matter, and I'm going to double switch into Haxorus, thinking that Rotom-w would be traded out, but he apparently assumes it's Death Fodder and just continues to Hydro Pump. Thankfully Haxorus can take a Hydro Pump to the face, but I just go for the Night Slash because I want to keep him around, do a little bit more damage. He sends out his Jirachi, and my Night Slash does almost nothing. Even though it's neutral damage, I was kind of expecting it to do more. He sets up a Stealth Rocks, which sucks, so I'm just going to switch out into Gyarados, get my Intimidate off, and get wrecked by Stealth Rocks. I know I don't really have anything on my team to deal with the Jirachi. I'm going to have to wear it down later, but I don't want to deal with it right now. So I just go ahead and go for the Dragon Tail. He goes for the Wish, but hopefully I'll knock him into something that has full health, and it doesn't really matter if he gets the Wish off. course, I knock him to his Latias, which I'm not going to be able to do anything against when it Draco Meteors me to death, because Gyarados has no special defense whatsoever. He's kind of a physical sweeper, but apparently not a very good one. I'm going to go back into Haxorus, knowing that it's faster than Latias, and this is when I start making misplays, because I decide to Outrage, not realizing that he's just going to go into Jirachi and wall me, and it does a decent amount of damage for him being resistant, so I was kind of happy. It didn't look like it was going to be a 3-hit KO, and I doubted I was going to get the third Outrage anyways, but after the second one, I kind of had my hopes up, and I was like, alright, maybe we'll get the third Outrage and kill Jirachi. But of course, he lives with just that sliver of health, gets his wish, and proceeds to body slam me and paralyze me, and that's just all kind of awesome for me. Haxorus is kind of useless at this point, so I just leave him in the die. He takes the Iron Head, goes down. I go into Dragonite, knowing that I have the Fire Punch, which will just beat Jirachi in the face, and I'm hoping that he stays in, but he doesn't. He goes down to his Latias, knowing that this is my last Pokemon, and I should have predicted this and gone with a Draco Meteor, some kind of dragon move, but I didn't, so he takes the Fire Punch like a beast and tricks his choice specs onto me. I, of course, had gone Roost because I wanted to get my multi-scale up, and that kind of locked me in the Roost because who the hell puts a trick on a Latias? But it worked because there's nothing I can do at this point except sit there and heal while he beats me in the face. And I'm not really one to run away, so I'm just going to, let him actually kill me slowly but surely. His Gliscor's got the Poison Heal, so the Stealth Rocks don't do anything. But the Toxic will eventually wear me down, even with my Roosts, which I'm probably going to run out of eventually. And of course, the Toxic will keep me off multi-scale and let his Ice Fang just, wreck my day. But seeing as how I managed to Roost up something faster than Gliscor, he doesn't really do anything, so he decides he's going to go out into Latias and finish me off with one of those awesome Draco Meteors, and that's going to be a good game. Congrats to Not Your Best Idea. It was definitely a fun match. I really enjoyed it. And, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of my team. I definitely made some big misplays. Hopefully my next battle will be better.